There comes a moment in life when struggle no longer feels random. You begin to sense that something inside you is changing quietly. The way you think starts shifting little by little every day. You stop chasing noise and start listening to your inner voice. You begin to notice patterns you ignored for many years before. Some people call it maturity, while others call it awakening. But deep down, you know your spirit is preparing for something greater. Financial breakthrough rarely appears suddenly without inner transformation first. Most people focus only on money and ignore the deeper preparation. But money often follows the person you are becoming inside. And when your mindset changes, your reality slowly starts changing too. Today, we will talk about 3 powerful signs this transformation is happening. Many people believe breakthrough only comes through luck or connections. But sometimes life changes because your energy and awareness have changed. You start thinking differently, moving differently, and reacting differently. You no longer panic the same way you used to before. You stop wasting energy trying to impress people around you constantly. Your spirit begins craving peace more than temporary validation from others. And strangely, opportunities begin appearing where they never appeared before. This is why inner awakening is connected deeply to financial growth. Because your outer life often reflects your hidden inner condition. When your mind becomes clearer, your decisions become wiser and stronger. And wise decisions slowly open doors money could never force open. That is why these signs are important to pay attention to. Some of these signs may seem small or even uncomfortable at first. But transformation rarely feels comfortable while it is happening inside you. Sometimes growth begins with confusion before clarity finally arrives later. Sometimes isolation appears before your purpose becomes fully visible. Sometimes loss happens before greater opportunities can finally enter your life. And many people misunderstand these seasons because they only see pain. But every deep transformation carries hidden lessons within the struggle itself. The person you are becoming cannot think like your old self anymore. That is why your habits, conversations, and priorities begin changing naturally. If you have been experiencing these signs recently, stay until the end. Because what you are going through may not be random at all. It may be preparation for a major financial breakthrough next month. The first sign is, you are losing interest in empty distractions. One powerful sign of transformation is losing interest in meaningless distractions. Things that once controlled your attention no longer satisfy your spirit anymore. You start becoming more careful about where your time and energy go. You notice how much time people waste chasing temporary entertainment daily. And suddenly your mind begins craving purpose instead of endless distractions. You begin thinking about your future more seriously than before now. You feel uncomfortable wasting entire days doing things without real value anymore. This shift may seem simple, but it changes everything inside you. Because attention is one of the most valuable forms of spiritual energy. Where your focus goes, your future slowly begins moving toward also. People who constantly escape reality rarely build strong financial stability later. But awakened people start protecting their time like precious treasure. You may also notice your conversations becoming more intentional and meaningful lately. Gossip starts feeling exhausting instead of entertaining like it once did. Negative discussions begin draining your spirit instead of exciting your emotions. You become more selective about the people around your daily environment. Not because you hate people, but because your peace matters now. You realize some environments keep people mentally trapped for many years. And staying around constant negativity slowly weakens ambition and creative thinking. Your spirit begins rejecting places that no longer match your future vision. This is often a hidden sign that growth is already happening inside. Because before life changes outwardly, your inner standards usually change first. You stop accepting confusion as normal and begin seeking greater clarity daily. And clarity creates space for better opportunities to finally enter your life. Many financially successful people experienced this shift before their breakthrough arrived. They became disciplined before they became wealthy or publicly successful later. They learned how to manage attention before managing larger responsibilities and money. Because financial breakthrough is not only about receiving more money suddenly. It is also about becoming mentally prepared to handle greater opportunities wisely. Without inner discipline, even blessings can quickly become destructive in life. That is why transformation often starts by removing unnecessary distractions first. Your spirit understands what your future requires before your mind fully understands. So if you feel disconnected from meaningless habits lately, pay attention carefully. Your inner world may already be preparing for a higher season ahead. And sometimes the first sign of abundance is mental separation from chaos. Because peace creates the foundation where wisdom and prosperity can finally grow. The second sign is, you feel an urge to change your life completely. Another sign is feeling a deep urge to rebuild your entire life. You suddenly begin questioning routines that once felt completely normal before. You ask yourself whether your current life truly matches your deeper purpose. You begin feeling restless even when nothing seems wrong externally around you. This restlessness is not always negative like many people assume immediately. Sometimes it is your spirit refusing to stay trapped in old patterns. Your inner self begins demanding growth, even when comfort feels safer temporarily. You start imagining different possibilities for your future more often now. And your dreams become stronger than your excuses for staying the same. This shift is important because transformation begins when awareness finally awakens deeply. Before breakthrough happens physically, something usually changes mentally and spiritually first. You begin seeing life through a completely different lens than before. You may feel drawn toward learning new skills or improving yourself daily. Books, wisdom, and personal growth suddenly become more attractive to your mind. You feel motivated to understand money, purpose, and human behavior more deeply. You stop blaming life for everything and start taking responsibility seriously instead. That moment changes a person more than they realize at first. Because responsibility gives you power that excuses can never truly provide anyone. You understand that your future depends greatly on your daily decisions now. And instead of waiting for rescue, you begin preparing for opportunity yourself. This mindset shift attracts different energy into your life naturally over time. People notice your seriousness even before your results become publicly visible later. Because inner transformation always changes your presence before changing your circumstances completely. And presence often opens doors that talent alone cannot always open. Sometimes this stage feels lonely because not everyone understands your transformation process. Some people may even mock the changes happening inside your mindset now. They may call you different, distant, or too serious about life lately. But growth often requires separation from old mental environments and patterns first. You cannot evolve while constantly returning to the same limiting mindset daily. The future you desire requires a different level of awareness and discipline. And not everyone around you will understand that painful reality immediately. But awakened people eventually learn that misunderstanding is part of transformation sometimes. Because when your vision changes, your relationships and priorities also begin changing. You stop living only for survival and start thinking about legacy instead. And that shift alone can open financial opportunities you never noticed before. Because your mind finally becomes aligned with growth instead of fear. The third sign is, you are experiencing unexpected endings. One of the most misunderstood signs of breakthrough is unexpected endings in life. Friendships may fade, jobs may change, or familiar routines may suddenly collapse. At first, this can feel painful, confusing, and emotionally overwhelming for anyone. You may wonder why life feels unstable during this important season suddenly. But sometimes endings are not punishment but preparation for something greater ahead. Life removes what no longer matches the person you are becoming internally. And while painful, this process creates room for new opportunities to enter. Many people resist transformation because they fear losing what feels familiar already. But familiar does not always mean healthy, purposeful, or aligned with growth. Sometimes comfort quietly keeps people trapped in cycles for many long years. And breakthrough requires movement beyond environments that no longer help your future. That is why endings often appear before powerful new beginnings finally emerge. You may notice certain people disappearing from your life without clear explanations lately. Conversations become distant, connections weaken, and emotional attachment starts fading naturally. This can hurt deeply, especially when you genuinely cared about those relationships before. But not every connection is meant to travel with you forever in life. Some people only belong to specific chapters of your personal journey temporarily. And when your energy changes, certain relationships naturally stop feeling aligned anymore. This is not always about hatred, pride, or emotional rejection from others. Sometimes it simply means your paths are moving toward different directions now. Awakened people eventually understand that growth requires emotional maturity and acceptance. Holding on to expired seasons can block the arrival of new opportunities later. And many breakthroughs begin after painful separation from limiting environments and people. Because freedom often enters after emotional attachment finally loosens its grip completely. Financial transformation also requires emotional transformation inside your heart and mindset first. People who fear change often miss opportunities standing directly before them daily. They remain attached to security even when greater possibilities are calling them forward. But awakening teaches you how to trust growth even during uncomfortable transitions. You begin understanding that uncertainty does not always mean danger or failure. Sometimes uncertainty means your life is expanding beyond familiar limitations slowly. And although difficult, this process develops courage, resilience, and deeper inner wisdom. The person who survives emotional transformation becomes mentally stronger than before eventually. And stronger thinking creates stronger decisions regarding money and future opportunities later. So if life has been removing things recently, do not panic immediately. Your breakthrough may require space that your old life could not provide. And what feels like loss today may become clarity tomorrow unexpectedly. If you recognize yourself in these signs today, pay close attention carefully. Transformation often begins quietly before results become visible to everyone around you. And many people give up because they misunderstand the uncomfortable process completely. But growth is rarely comfortable, while it is shaping a stronger person inside. The confusion, isolation, and emotional changes may all carry deeper meaning right now. Your spirit may already be preparing for opportunities your old mindset could not handle. That is why inner awakening matters more than many people realize today. Because lasting financial breakthrough usually begins with mental and emotional transformation first. The outer reward often follows the inner work done silently over time. And the person you are becoming may already be closer to breakthrough than expected. Sometimes the greatest change begins invisibly within the human spirit first. Remember this deeply as you continue moving through your current season of life. Not every delay means denial, and not every ending means failure forever. Sometimes life slows you down so you can rebuild yourself more wisely. Sometimes isolation teaches lessons that constant noise could never teach properly before. And sometimes losing comfort becomes necessary before discovering your true strength completely. Do not underestimate the power of awareness and personal transformation within yourself. Your future may depend more on your mindset than your current circumstances today. The way you think influences the decisions shaping your future reality every day. And one wise decision can completely redirect the direction of your entire life. That is why awakening matters spiritually, emotionally, and practically in everyday living. Because transformation changes not only how you feel but how you move daily. And changed movement eventually creates changed outcomes over time naturally. So take a moment today and honestly reflect on your current inner condition. What habits are pulling you backward instead of moving you toward growth? What fears are silently controlling your decisions without you fully realizing it? What distractions are stealing your attention from your future and deeper purpose? And what hidden strength inside you has been waiting to awaken fully? These questions matter because awareness is the beginning of real transformation in life. People cannot change what they refuse to see honestly within themselves first. But once awareness enters, growth becomes possible in powerful and life-changing ways. And sometimes the breakthrough you are praying for begins inside your own mindset. Not through magic, but through wisdom, discipline, awareness, and emotional transformation gradually. Your next season may depend on the choices you start making today. And your future self will thank you for refusing to stay asleep mentally. If this message spoke deeply to your spirit today, do not ignore it. Take these signs seriously and reflect honestly on your current life journey. And remember, your breakthrough may already be closer than it appears right now. Sometimes the darkest season comes right before the clearest moment of transformation arrives. So continue growing, continue learning, and continue protecting your inner peace daily. Do not allow fear, distraction, or negativity to weaken your future vision anymore. You were not created to remain trapped in the same cycles forever repeatedly. Growth is possible, healing is possible, and transformation is possible for anyone willing. If this video helped you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe today. And also comment below what you realized about yourself and the people around you. Your story may help someone else who is struggling silently right now. Never forget this powerful truth: transformation inside eventually changes everything outside.